Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, and welcome to Twisted. Where the fuck am I? Who the fuck is this punk and this what? What is
Punk of the Prodigy, baby. Let's do this.
the the surprise? But this bunch of jump scare?
White man jump scare. Howdy.
I guess we're doing this. I don't know why we're doing this, but we're doing this. Good for us.
Good things come as surprises. Hi, I'm Team WSMF. I'm the player who plays Boncho Rogers. That one guy who got beat very hard.
Yeah.
Air throwing extraordinaire and ace attorney.
Who would have believed that? Fucking somehow. I guess he's a player now. Sometimes. I don't know.
His force of personality was so strong he made himself into a player.
Well, there's
Destiny bends to Boncho.
I look at you, Destiny's dad, you just abused the moment of weakness, you asshole.
As a good lawyer should.
Hey, Bencho, I need to ask. The fuck are you doing?
Oh. Well, I am in court. Boncho would look to his sides.
Yeah, to your left, to your left is the person you're trying to... Is this guy who apparently has done some shit, and you're trying to prove his way into a false innocence. He's gonna pay you half the amount of money. His name is Gustav Rudman. He's a famous baseball player. The man with red hair is the opposite man of the law trying to prove the opposite. And of course, there's the judge who's in totally no way reference to another video game.
Alright. So, can I get some general context as to where we are in the case?
So, right now, you're kind of fucked. Because they showed some very interesting phone, like, screenshots of multiple victims that were supposedly brutally beaten the shit out of with a baseball bat. And there are many conversations of multiple different people pointing towards this guy. There's nothing solid, but it's not helping. It's not helping.
Alright. Boncho Rogers is filing through the court papers. He's flipping through them. He's getting everything in order during a brief lull. He looks over to Mr. Rudman. Really? He whispers under his breath. Nothing more.
I'm paying you a fuck ton of money. You better take me out of this one. And keep up the smile. I need you to stay confident, just to, guarantee my way out of this shit. Got a game in a few weeks,
Yeah, of course, Mr. Rudman. Of course. Boncho puts on a very fake smile. I should mention, Boncho's teeth are pristine, except for one tooth that is very ostentatiously gold. It's like towards the corner of his mouth, but either way, he puts on that award-winning Roger smile.
You're largely bad at this. Look at those muscles. Ugh. Tensing up.
Mr. Rudman, if I wanted advice on bodybuilding, I wouldn't be asking you. And in any case, just let me do my job. You did pay me such a grand sum of money after all.
You better not fucking waste it.
There's no guarantees in a court, Mr.
I paid
Rudman.
you, or you're gonna get me out of this. Piece of shit.
Well, no. Alright. Boncho's going to look over the other attorney. He wants to... He's not cross-examining, but he's looking this guy up and down.
This guy is someone that, although you haven't had the pleasure to meet before, he has some pretty good rumors about him as being incredibly overcompetent at his job. So when you thought to yourself, oh god, I'm fucked, it's because, oh god, I am really fucked.
Shit. Internal monologue time. Alright. This guy obviously fucking did it. They have multiple screenshots, fucking camera footage, and eyewitness testimony. I cannot explain my way out of this one. And as he's looking over to the attorney, and unfortunately, that guy actually knows what the fuck he's doing. Alright. Bancho straightens his tie, looks over at Mr. Rudman. Mr. Rudman? He leans in. To confirm, you paid me a lot of money to make sure that you get out, to make sure that you're there in time for your game in a couple weeks, correct? Alright, now here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna go to a psych ward.
What?
Look, I'm not gonna get into the full intricacies of it, but pleading guilty to insanity guarantees that you're not going to be put into a federal or state penitentiary.
I didn't pay for this shit.
Listen, Mr. Rudman, I am your counsel. I would advise that you take my advice.
You are shit off my boots! You're going to get me out of this one! And then...
Mr. Rudman, please keep your voice down.
As he says that, however, everyone's phones, even though turned off, suddenly start ringing and making noise.
What the hell?
As you pick
up
the phone. What were you gonna say?
Banjo was just gonna say, I thought that these were all supposed to be turned off. Millennials.
You seen Rodman pick up his phone as well, like, what the fuck is this shit? I turned it off. And then as he picks it up, the room goes silent as a man shows up on the phone. Josh Joestar. Infamously famous man. For some, he's the owner of these islands. For others, he's the enemy of these islands. What is Josh Joestar to you, Bancho?
He's the head with the huevos. I mean, he's the guy who controls everything. I've never had to encounter him, but I've encountered the people under him. Banjo kind of holds a kind of begrudging acknowledgement. In a way, Josh is the person who created the industry that gives him a job. That industry being letting people off of their crimes without interference from the law.
As you see Josh, you first only notice his face, but then you look down and you see a huge hole in his torso. Hello, people of Meat Sea and Passion Folk. As you can see, I'm not in my greatest shape, and so are the other big guys. Your leaders were always weak and honestly very pathetic. We're problematic assholes. And as such, I leave the future of my vacuum in your hands. Take the twisted throne. To my family. I love you all. I will travel far away if I were y'all to relax for a while. This place will probably be a murder. And Bencho Rogers, you are now being filled with unfiltered, unstoppable madness, rage, frustration, sadness, everything all at once. You look at Rudman in front of you, and I want you to describe for me how you absolutely beat the shit out of this man.
Yeah. So as Bancho's looking at him, he's thinking to himself in a delirious haze of rage, confusion, grief. This motherfucker gave me an unwinnable case. I don't care how much money he gave me, he made this harder on me than it needed to be. This asshole was out in public and he thinks he can just get away scot-free. And at that point, Bancho doesn't remember who threw the first punch. It's kind of hazy to him. What he does remember is the feeling of ripped denim ripped black leather wrapped around his hands as he's currently beating the shit out of Mr. Rudman, using his jacket as a kind of impromptu hand wrap, and just savagely punching his chest in. He's just not even quickly. It's just a rhythmic, brutal punch into the sternum, into the gut, into the rib cage. He's avoiding his pretty face, but his internal organs are probably getting a little bit bruised at this point. I don't care how much money you gave me, asshole. And then Bancho uses his other hand to deck Rudman across the face. I'm not gonna let you stain my fucking record. I'm not unbeaten for nothing. He grips the jacket, holds it up, and throws him to the ground.
You do exactly. And you continue on this frenzy for hours and hours on end. Once you notice it, when your head is back in place, you look to the room and you see him, everyone but you, on the ground. All still breathing, but horribly wounded, with their faces and blood coming out of every single one of them. And there's one instinct kicking in your head at this very moment. Run.
As Bancho takes off his impromptu hand wraps, leaves them on the ground. He doesn't care about leaving evidence at this point. He's going to actually pick up his phone as he's running out of the courtroom. But as he's running, he feels fear. Not fear. No, that's wrong. He's not afraid. He's not afraid of the consequences. He's not afraid of what he did or his capacity to do it. If he's even the one who did all this, it's still hazy in his mind. He feels like he is absolutely victorious. As far as he's concerned, the court case doesn't matter anymore. He won. If there's nobody left to object, the defense attorney wins. That's how it goes, right? That's how the law works. His memory of his studying at law school, his bar exam, all kind of are in the back of his head as he's thinking, I won. I did it. I'm at the top. And suddenly, a burst.
Bancho, as you start running, the top aids you in gaining a little bit of speed, but you don't stop. You're free. You keep on running and running and running and running and running and running, and you see everything turning to gold in your vision, as golden as the freedom that you just acquired, as golden as your hair, as golden as your suit. You're at the top, and you're gonna stay there.
No matter the cost.
No matter.
Ah, what a glorious feeling. As he stretches his arms out wide, as city lights and concrete buildings blur around him into of just lines of gold and gray. Pancho's never done drugs, but this is the greatest high he's ever felt. Yasha! He yells out as he's running through the streets of Midsea.
Some day passes by, things slow down slightly, and eventually you took upon a weird decision for yourself. You had to cause a little bit of damage. Swap yourself on the map.
Okay.
This is, at this point for you, this is normal procedure. You know how this works. They shoot out a bunch of assholes and move on.
Yep. Alright. Howdy, boys. How's the day?
Who do you think you are, dude?
Who do I think I am? Who do you think you are?
My name is Damien, dude. What the fuck are you
Damien.
doing here? We're in the middle of something.
Damien, my friend. Bancho. Which one is Damien?
It's the closest to you, the one in black.
Damien, my friend.
Dude, you look,
You're
like,
on
you look like a fucking liar, dude. What you doing here? Get the fuck out before we beat this shit
Damien,
out of
shut up.
What?
Bancho decks him in the face.
Roll me
Damien.
bronze.
Okay. Let's roll some bronze for Bancho. Alright. Oh.
Oh, we clash! I can't believe
Oh.
Bancho died to the first minion he ever met.
Well, okay. I did forget to account for a... Actually, wait, no. Would that work?
You're doing a normal punch, for as far as your description goes.
Yeah. What time is it out here? Is it like night or day?
It's night.
Oh. Oh my. Well, then I forgot to account for something. Bancho is a man who's spent a lot of time in the recent days stalking about. Bancho Rogers has a bit of night fever going on. So I forgot to account for my night fever trait. That's an extra +2.
Ooh.
Hit and run attacks against opponents in the dark.
Oh, you decked the motherfucker in your nose. Ah, my nose! Ah, fuck!
I just rolled for the other end of that clash. Unfortunately, still won. But honestly, I didn't come in with the intent to really seriously harm him anyways.
You win. You
4
put me in a-
damage.
You broke my fucking nose, dude. What the fuck?
Damien, my friend. You all are on private property. And from the looks of you, I don't think any of you are old enough to legally drink. You got a stash on you, Damien? You got any good kush? Any
And
of the
you shoot
speed?
this motherfucker, and they're gonna start
Oh,
throwing bottles at
guns!
you.
Neat. Oh.
They don't have guns.
So are they shooting at me or are they
They don't
throwing
have
bottles
guns.
at
They're throwing bottles.
me? Well now. Damien, you said I looked like a lawyer, right? Well, you're not half wrong. But you're not half right either. He's going to try and grab one of the bottles and throw it back.
All right. Throw it back! Throw it back, sir! Sir!
Bancho, throw it back. Alright, let's see. So it's gonna be a 1d. Actually, would this be a precision?
Precision or bronze.
Yeah, either or. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go with precision. And does my night fever trait still apply?
Yes.
Alrighty. Well then, that's gonna be 2d6 plus 2. So, yeah.
Describe to me how you throw the bottles back at these two gentlemen.
Okay. Bancho, first things first, sort of drops Damien and is going to, as they throw 2 bottles at him, with each hand catch the bottle. At first he reaches his right one out to the side, grabs the other one as it was kind of going towards his head. Gentlemen, you should be careful littering. As he turns the bottles around in his hand and throws them kind of like footballs with a little bit of spin on them. And thanks to the top, they're going way faster than a normal bottle should. as they impact, I imagine they full on shatter against these guys.
They shatter against their chest and face. They both fall to the ground. Ah! Too much in pain to do anything else, as they're kind of bleeding a little bit from the impact. I found my face.
Gentlemen, that was a warning shot. You're on private property. I'd suggest you leave before things escalate.
The motherfucker jumps over Damien and is gonna try to fucking kick you in the head.
Alright. With this one, Bancho's gonna try and duck down and grab the guy's leg as he's coming back up. Would this be speed?
You're just gonna try to get a hold of him?
No, I'm more like ducking down and trying to grab his leg, but mostly just ducking out of the way.
Speed.
Alrighty then. Speed it is. Oof. It's actually kind of decent.
Oh god. You dodge the kid and then you grab the legs like, let go! Start shaking it.
You, my friend, are gonna go for a ride.
What?
I'm gonna take you for a drive, kid. And Bancho begins running around, dragging this kid while holding his leg. He kind of like sweeps him out, grabbing his leg and holding it up, and then begins to drag him through the construction site.
You have control of his icon. Have fun.
Bancho has full-on grabbed this kid and is just having the time of his life as he's mostly spinning around this one pallet and spinning him around and around, dragging him through broken glass and detritus. As then Bancho, as he's scraping up against these glass shards, is going to use the top's ability.
Oh.
Here's the thing. The top has a very wide range of stuff. Bancho has been experimenting with it. He doesn't have full knowledge of his speed, but the top is inherent to him. He's going to increase the flammability of this guy's clothes. And then he's scraping him against the glass shards on the ground to scratch up against these. To scratch up against this kid with like all of his probably metal objects in his pocket, maybe some like nose rings or whatnot, to light him on fire with that stray spark. Making his...
Roll power, question mark?
Yeah, this is gonna suck, but...
Oh, this kid is gonna roll bronze to see if he can resist this, because...
This is a weird one because it's not precision, but it's also kind of not totally speed.
I'm gonna vote
the top
power.
isn't attacking him. He's just like... Bancho's just dragging him through, trying to scrape up against something to light his clothes on fire. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Power. Oh, he rolled good.
Damn it. Oops, that's not a D6.
You only have one D6 power?
Oh, dude, I haven't eaten power. The top is a wearable stand. It's not meant to do much by itself.
You know what? Fuck it. Add a D6 to that.
Oh boy. Okay, that's still not enough. So the kid is probably
so
still
basically,
holding.
as you go to, you did drag him a little bit, but he kind of used his arms to protect him of a bunch of the scratches, and then he kind of just kicked your hand. It kind of, but it's kind of seemed finally be like, and he rolls, and you're like, oh god, I did that! Holy shit, I'm good.
Yep. So the kid rolled out of the way
He
after I
rolled
let
out
go
of
of
your
him.
hand, and then kind of like, kind of is back on top on his feet again. Like, holy shit, I escaped that. I'm awesome.
Yeah, you're good. But here's the thing, kid. Are we doing them? Are we taking turns for them?
Not necessarily. You're
Okay.
much stronger than all of them.
You're pretty resilient, kid. Gotta give props where props is due. But thing is, I'm faster. As Bancho goes in and goes to punch him in the face, as he's done so many times over these past couple days. Face punching might as well have become a science for Boncho Rogers, attorney at law.
Power or bronze?
Bronze, straight up.
All right. As
And
who tried
also,
to punch your face.
Also because of my type of character, that is a +1 because I had a running start. Ooh.
He's like, yeah, I'm good. I can be. Just gets punched, is sent against these crates, knocked out. Wait, this is outside my thing. Completely knocked out. You break the crates. There's splinter everywhere on his back now as his back kind of slumps forward and his face hits the sand.
On, kids, stop loitering around. If you're gonna do something, do it quick.
And you see a bunch of them like climbing downstairs, sliding down the beams. I didn't give myself power over many of them. They're just all running towards you in a kind of rush attack.
Yeah.
Now, how are you gonna try to deal with this?
Boncho is gonna do this the same way he always has. He's gonna pick up the nearest object and throw it at a motherfucker. In this case, it would probably be a bunch of these glass shards on the floor.
Just grab a bunch of shards, start throwing at them like fucking batarangs.
He grabs a bunch of these large glass shards, holds them in between his fingers, and throws them like the kunai of old, used by the ninja of Nippon. He's essentially doing a fan attack of glass shards, boosted by the top.
Yeah, a bunch of these people will be... I'm gonna roll only once, because I don't want to... Oh god, they all suck. They all suck ass. That guy that you just knocked out was the best of them.
Yeah. He managed. Yeah, you see, as Boncho is throwing out all these glass shards, picking them up from the floor. And, yep. Nah, Boncho's gonna say something like, "Now you see, that kid was able to hold on. Y'all are just weak."
As they're stabbing this guy, and he was about to step out of this bench, as he walked over here to grab this, and you just throw him on like his fucking face, like just falls here on his ass. This one as well. A bunch of them start tripping and falling, all one after the other, and then they're like, shit! Everyone gang up on him! They all start getting closer and closer to your location.
You really think ganging up on myself? You think that ganging up on me is gonna help? He picks up the... Damien, I'm gonna need your help on this one, as he's gonna pick up Damien's body. Oh, you're still conscious. Oh, good. As Boncho begins to spin around, he's essentially becoming a human spinning top. And then Boncho lets his footing go a little bit loose and begins to spin towards these guys.
As these guys start reuniting more or less over here to go after you, let me give you power over Damien, because you deserve it.
As Boncho is spinning about, he eventually starts encroaching on these guys. It's almost like a fine pirouette, as he's standing on one of his... Those aren't lawyer shoes, those are roller skates. Those are rollerblades, as he skates on over, does a little bit of a hop, spins about, and then uses Damien as a human-sized flesh flail against all these encroaching teenagers.
Have a +2 for human weapon? This guy's fucking insane!
Oh, you don't know the half of it. This is a +1, and then a +2. Okay, so I got my gun. As Boncho spins Damien around. Yeah, he's trying to hit all of them.
As you spin him around, you start hitting against him. This guy just flies into the beanpole. It just falls back down on his face, gets knocked out. This one, You hit this one, and he flies into this guy. They both get knocked out with a headbutt to each other. And then this guy on the right, who was going, look at you like, fuck this, I give up.
That award-winning smile has a devious intention behind it. Good choice, kid. Good choice.
Yeah. However, as you are doing that, let me find what's a really good song for this, because this one is a. Let me see this one. As this is gonna be fun. As you look at these guys, alright, I just need to get rid of these assholes, and my job here will be done. These guys are already over here, and one of them pulls out the most dangerous weapon that they have so far, which is a crowbar. I'm like, ah, okay, this is gonna be easy. Until...
Can I give a little bit of narration to what Bancho's feeling right now?
Yes.
It's not a complicated emotion. It's not he didn't come here with a train of thought or a plan in mind. He came here to punch face, throw people around, and show off how much of a badass he is. Bancho Rogers is, at this point, he could not be considered a man of the law. He was never really a man of the law. I mean, before he got interrupted in court, he was going to pull out some legal loophole nonsense to get a guy who very obviously beat up a bunch of innocent people in and out of the legal process really quick. Of course, that was before Bancho started feeling the lust for victory. And now Bancho feels that lust growing and growing. These are just random teenagers in a construction lot loitering about.
Well, they're not random teenagers. These are pretty much gangsters.
In his eyes, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
For Bancho, these were just guys loitering. And that was reason enough to become a target and to become a punching bag to bolster his own ego.
Good job, sidekick.
What the hell?
And then, everyone's like, is that a fucking kid? And from your side, a small little girl carrying a real ass goddamn sword is like, good job toughening up for me.
Are you lost?
She sticks the sword into the ground. No, I found just my place. Emerald sword! Catch these small criminals! And you see roots from underneath the 4 remaining ones start growing, and they're also like, your limbs get restricted, like, what the fuck is going on? And just get tied up in one place. Another mission success though, by the Magican Cat Girl. I'm still workshopping my hero name, I'ma be real.
Bancho is looking down. Then he looks over. He looks over to the body of Damien, who is still half conscious, but probably has lost the blood flow to his limbs.
Oh, he does not have consciousness left.
Okay. Well, I was gonna ask Damien over here, but he looks over to the guys trapped in the trees. Is this kid one of yours? Like, who brought this sassy lost child here?
And she jumps to tickle. Sassy lost child? I'm stronger than you by 20 times over, and I'm the hero of this archipelago.
Alright. Bancho takes a seat on one of these little, I'm presuming like pallets or hay bales over here. Alright, well, fight's over. Bancho pulls out a pack of very...
There's no any more of them?
Well, I mean, you got the rest, right, hero?
Damn it! Ah, I thought there would be more fight for me. That was too easy.
Nah, you came a little late.
Damn.
Bancho is pulling out a pack of cigarettes, and he's gonna light one up. It's a cheap, tacky brand that Bancho's taken a liking to over the years.
You should only smoke that if your lungs are strong enough.
They're cigarettes.
Yes. You're gonna hurt your lungs. You're not like my brother. My brother can smoke them no problem. You can't. Your lungs are weak.
Oh, don't you insult my lungs. My lungs are the best.
Oh no, it's not like they're. I'm. How can I put this? Weak is the normal. It's just my brother's too good. You know?
Well, what'd you say your name was again, kid?
Well, at the moment it's Magical Cat Girl, but I've been thinking of some stuff still. You know?
I mean, Magical Cat Girl is. It doesn't have that flair to it. It's not pizzazzy enough. I mean, personally, what's the word? Boncho is going to look through his. He's going to rack through his brain. Let's see. Gatita? Yeah,
You
that's
know
the one. Yeah.
Spanish.
I brushed up a little bit.
La gatita heroína. See? She sticks the sword into the table, and the table grows like a tree, so she can like put her foot on, like doing a little pose, like one leg kneeling, but like above, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're welcome for the name, kid. I actually have one myself.
Really?
I'm. Bancho kind of holds his hand to himself, like holds his hand to his chest, indicating himself. You see, I'm something of a superhero myself.
Yeah, I know. I've been following you around.
Oh,
How do you think I found you? I took too long because I was switching clothes. It's not easy to put these cat ears on.
yeah, fair. Not everybody can. Is that sword your stand? Let me just confirm that.
Wait, Buncho knows what a stand is already?
He's heard tell from like certain gang members, had no fucking idea what it means.
She's like,
But he's like, he
well,
knows that sometimes gangsters ask us amongst each other when there's weird shit going on.
she's like, well, yes, this is my stand, Emerald Sword, the strongest of them all.
you know, that's you. You see, speaking of costume changes, Bancho's going to undo the top, as the effects are still in place, but the suit is pretty much just the tie. It's a little bit loose, and underneath is like his typical undershirt, still with the top collar though.
Hmm.
This, if we're sharing info, this is my stand, top, and I would say it's the strongest.
Not against mine.
Well, I would say prove it, but I don't fight kids. Sorry. No offense to you. I just not my thing.
Oh, don't worry, I can beat anyone up.
Yeah. I
Look,
mean,
I'll tag along with you
same.
now. We'll beat the crap out of bad guys together.
Poncho strokes his chin. He's saying this out loud. Legally that's very dubious, and they'll probably get me into a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah, vigilantes are
However,
illegal, but Batman is still very cool.
however, I'm. He looks around at all the bodies, stares at Damien for a little bit longer. I'm not exactly a paragon myself. What the hell? My, here, welcome to the team, La Gatita. I'm the
Yes!
night driver. As
Woo!
Bancho holds out his hand low for a handshake.
She grabs his hand and shakes it ferociously.
Ooh, good grip on you.
Mm-hmm. I'm very strong.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyways,
also, I can breathe sun.
it's like you shouldn't be on drugs.
Oh, no, no, I mean more like this. She, like, flicks at the tree that she grew on the table, and you hear... She inhale the air, and you see red lighting flickering from her arm to her hand to her fingers, and she flicks at the plant, and it just starts deteriorating into this black color as it dies out.
Holy sh!
I'm very
Nike's
strong.
got. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
No one can touch me. I've never been touched by a blade before. Nor broken glass if you try to do that again.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that to my sidekick, would I?
Oh, I'm the
Anyway,
sidekick now.
eh, seniority and whatnot.
Ah,
Anyways,
fine.
I. Anyways, as your first task as sidekick, I'm gonna give you a decision. The night driver, looks to these men. What do we do with these fuckers?
I don't know. I mean, Spider-Man like puts them in webs and kind of, I guess, wait for the police.
Bancho frowns a little bit. The police aren't gonna do anything.
Beat them up a little bit.
That's already been done.
Mm,
Yeah, at this point, it's kind of wound down. I don't
wanna
feel like it.
wanna go to an ice cream shop?
Now that I can get behind.
Yay!
As tabs on me, kid.
Yeah. By the way, I've already been hearing rumors of this drug deal that's gonna happen at this disco place. We could go deal with that tomorrow.
Ooh, tomorrow. I was planning to go home and watch Breaking Bad. However, I cannot turn down breaking down a drug deal.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna win. We're unstoppable.
We're at the top. You and me, kid. He kind of puts his hand on her head and gives her hair a little ruffle. We're gonna be at the top as long as we can.
So, you were not at the top.
I am not at the top.
You were not at the top. As, you've
That
been.
didn't last so fucking long. He wakes up
You
from what I
wake
can
up
presume.
at this fucking apartment in God knows where. Where the fuck are you?
Oh, this isn't my apartment. This is way too nice. Bancho's gonna try and slowly get up. The back of his head is throbbing. What in the? He looks down at his hand and yeah, it's not bleeding anymore, but
Can you
he
control your
feels
icon?
what?
Can you control your icon? Because it's
Yeah.
not moving for me.
No, I wasn't moving it
Oh,
yet.
okay. Because his head getting up and it didn't
Mm.
move it, you know. Yeah.
Mm. Bancho gets up and he's like, "What the heck?" He rubs the back of his head.
As you
And then
start
he looks
looking,
sorry. And then he looks down at his suit. It has a little bit of blood on it. Oh goodness.
yeah, and then you look. First, you look to your left and like, oh god, this is a nice little computer. And then you look to your right, and because of the way of the sunlight getting in, you didn't notice this person before, but um, you look and there's someone like m- tapping at your phone by your side that is very very big and a bit menacing of a person.
Did I get drunk? If so, I'm sorry. There's been a huge misunderstanding. Bancho's like, I'm sorry. I don't.
Ti accordaste, cabron. He walks up to his chair and then sits down like with the chair backwards, so he has like both his arms like holding it up the opposite elbows as he's looking at you.
Look, I can assure you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say, I do not normally swing that way.
You know, usually I would appreciate someone protecting my younger sister, but I don't appreciate dragging her into a irresponsible, well, vigilante night travel
Oh,
for 2 days straight.
oh. So you're the brother.
She got cuts on her skin now.
I'm. He looks down. I'm sorry. I,
He
I
gets
have.
up, walks up to you. Usually I'm more relaxed than this. However, I think you owe me this. Can you roll bronze for me?
Okay. Bancho is kind of. He's very timid at this point. He's confused. He's a little bit out of it. He's still a little bit concussed. And he's like, what the?
You see as the same red energy that was flowing through Daniela flows through his arm. His muscles on his right arm just grow up a little bit, and he punches you in the nose, and you fall back on with your head on the back on the bed.
Look, oh.
He kind of waves his hands a little bit, the blood on it. Now you've paid for your debt. We have a more Normal talk now. He goes back to the chair, sits down again, assumes the same pose as before. What is your name?
What the what the hell?
Oh
He
yeah.
looks at how casual this figure is. In Bancho's mind, he's been running on nitrous oxide for days now. He even when he got punched in the face, a little bit of that adrenaline comes back, but it quickly dissipates. He does not have the energy to fight this. Bancho Rogers, here's my card. He pulls out a crumpled, half wrinkled business card from
You
his coat
see it
pocket.
as a tiny, like, what you see a reflection from the sunlight of the window, but that doesn't make any sense. How could it reflect on air? And then the card goes flies to him. He grabs it and he looks at it. A lawyer. Hmm.
And may I ask who you are?
Not yet. What does your stand do? He puts the card away in his pocket.
Is well, since you're not killing me, I guess I can tell you. It's the top. It's my suit. The top, as long as, from what I understand, as long as I'm winning, as long as I am victorious, as long as I'm in the lead, I can change the physical properties of objects. It's velocity, flammability, brightness, how well something holds electricity, its weight, its flexibility. I have a whole list, but suffice to say, as long as it's a pre-existing physical condition, then and I'm winning, it's something I can alter.
Such a powerful ability with such a very, very terrible drawback.
Drawback.
Don't you understand? The moment you're in a fight against me and I punch you first, your stand stops working. You're no longer in the lead.
Poncho thinks back. It's at this moment that he kind of starts recollecting what happened at the nightclub. Oh God, why did I do that? He's
He
rubbing his hand against his
he
forehead.
walks up to
I
him and he looks down at you like, I want you to think of this. Let's say we start a fight. We're both healed, at full energy, at full stamina. Who do you think has the advantage? Me
well,
or you?
you. I mean, you have whatever your stand does, and I have a suit. But you have that weird red lightning stuff, and I run fast. It's not exactly a contest.
Please, your abilities are strong, but I'm in the lead. Because, how old are you? May I ask?
28.
Wow, you're older than me. Hmm.
Usually people tell me that I look way too old to be 28.
No, you look good, man.
Well, thank you.
No homo.
But yeah, no,
I'm
sorry,
straight. Don't worry too much about it.
yeah,
The main
I,
point being,
I'm going to be very honest with you. I woke up in another man's apartment after going to a bar, and yeah, no homo, but like, sorry.
shut up for a moment.
That okay.
If you ever think about fighting me, I'll always be at that advantage because I'm simply, on a basic level, better than you. Me versus you, I always start on top. That's an universal truth for the moment at least. However, just because someone else is on top doesn't mean you're at the bottom. As far as I'm aware, you have better than many people. You should start using that for something else at the moment. Now, I won't pretend like that punch was the only thing that you owe me, mainly because, fun fact, one of the many people that you beat the shit out of one of these days was one of my students. You probably don't even remember them, was in the middle of a group.
Which one was he? Blondie?
Blondie? No, 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 no. Pink hair. She uses a little hat most of the time. Assuming you are running on adrenaline, since you barely stopped to do anything, besides beating the shit out of random people and calling attention upon yourself, yeah, no, you wouldn't remember. You don't care much for lives that you interfere like that, now, did you?
He's dead silent.
Now, you owe me and that person. However, as the word is not fair, I'll not give you a fair way to pay back. You're gonna work for me for a little while. But this time, you're going to slow down. He looks directly at you again. You drag my sister into this kind of shit again. And you see why.
No, not the job. I'm used to doing jobs for people. I'm used to being put into hard situations. No. And I do deserve it. She didn't deserve it. I'm asking this. Why go slow? Like you said, I'm at my best when I know I have an advantage. When I am assured that that I have a chance and a predisposition for victory. So why should I go slow if you want me to do a job for you?
Because when you slow down, is when you start seeing things in more detail. When you go fast, everything becomes hazy and without detail, without understanding. When you're in a fight and you're 500 kilometers per hour, you can see a single tripwire that could either cut your foot off or make you trip and lose your face to the ground in a 50-meter dash as your face is the contact with the ground. Do you understand? In more simplistic terms, let's put it like that.
Okay. I think I can deal with that.
And besides, I'm not nearly as fast as you. I'm much more cautious and slower than you were, and yet I'm on top.
Yeah. I guess you are.
Now chill out. Daniela's making some scrambled eggs. She's gonna grab you the breakfast soon.
Okay. Can I talk to her?
She's gonna come in soon. He
All
goes and
right.
sits on this chair and keeps staring at you in silence.
I don't think I ever got your name.
I'm on.
All right. I already introduced myself, but Boncho. Boncho Rogers of Rogers and Rogers Law Firm. And I guess at this point, I'm not at the top anymore.
No, no, you're not.
You know, looking back on it, it's stupid. It's like, wow, okay, what I was getting so high on my own supply without any drugs. Like, god damn, what was I doing?
Assuming you just came out of the burst that way, it was probably because of it. Many people went mad. Many people did things that they would never do. And some people, he looks at your suit, got a little special gift from it. Like scrambled eggs! She walks up and hands you a plate with a spoon, and the scrambled eggs are kinda too toasty, but it's eatable still.
Thanks, kid.
You're
Boncho
welcome.
sits up fully. Daniela,
He sits on the
Petita,
bed.
what should, what do you want me to call you?
I'm Daniela.
Alright, Daniela, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't apologize. Hama looks at her. I mean, yeah, you should be.
Look, I'm dropping the nonsense. He kind of puts emphasis on the word nonsense as he sits up fully. I'm not a superhero, and God, I hate saying this.
You see her
Neither are
face
you.
as she said, as you says that, her face like start getting super sad.
Daniela, there are hard truths in this world. No matter what we want to think, no matter what we believe in, there are things that are dangerous to believe. I'm not the night driver, and at this point, I'm not a superhero. I never was. I just beat up thugs. I'm being brutally honest with you because I am an adult. I'm a grown-ass man. Excuse my language. But I can't play superhero with you anymore. Sorry. However, he kind of perks up. You are a real life superhero. But you don't need a costume. You don't need a fancy name. You don't need to beat up bad guys. You're a kid with a lot of potential. And even if I'm not the night driver, I think I can still say this. He kind of slides over and ruffles her hair. Even if I'm not at the top, one day, you're going to be standing there for me. Promise.
Okay.
Hey. He kind of pats her head. You don't need to wear a costume to be a superhero. Just be nice.
You are
Alright.
aware both of us are highly important criminals of the mafia, right? Well, I am.
Yeah, no, wait. You are?
I'm
He looks at Daniela.
like, well, I'm the sister of the big guy here, and he's like, well, Josh Joester was my friend, a very close friend. I worked directly with him for many years.
Wait a minute. You're one of the Passion?
I'm on one of the big ones of the Passion.
Oh. Oh.
Daniel looks at you with a sassy smile. Yeah, if it weren't for me convincing him, you were downright fucked. Hamon looks at him like, yeah, language.
Yeah, language. Okay. Look.
Oh, by the way,
kid.
you're gonna have to dye your hair pink.
Why?
Because I like it. It's like,
okay,
I
but
also like it.
You're putting me between a rock and a hard place here, guys.
You're gonna be looking for me, your pink.
This is my neck. Like, do you know how hard it is to keep up this natural color? This is like my hair is a genetic anomaly. Like, this isn't blonde. This is
Yes,
yellow.
real close. You're painting your hair pink.
Yes, sir.
Sit back down. Good. Now prepare some real breakfast. It's like, hey, sorry, Daniela, but your cooking sucks.
Come on. It's not that bad. He finally takes a bite out of the egg. Mm-hmm. Yep. The char adds flavor.
You're not even hiding it right. How are you a lawyer if you don't know how to
No.
lie?
It's the char adds flavor.
It sucks. And you have
A tear rolls down his eye.
You have the weirdest breakfast you ever had in your entire fucking life. Just this whole situation is so weird. And we're gonna have one more little scene.
Weird, but not bad. Hey, Daniela.
Yeah?
Next time you cook eggs, let me help you. I got those. No. Hear me out. I can show you how to make a new kind of eggs.
Your
Yeah,
proposition is accepted.
Yeah. Okay. So like, there's this whole thing in Japan where like you make an omelet, but you put rice in it, like fried rice, leftover rice, whatever, and then you wrap it up, and then you put a little ketchup smile on it or whatever. I don't know if you guys put ketchup on your eggs.
You're a dweeb just like my brother then.
What, for putting ketchup on eggs?
You see, Hamon, for knowing about Japanese culture.
Well, I mean, I am half Jap. I mean, I was technically born there. Like, got adopted, moved over here.
Oh, that's neat. I came from
Yeah.
Mexico.
Ooh, spicy.
Uh-huh.
He takes a bite of Daniela's eggs absent-mindedly. It is spicy.
He's like, you stop eating that.
Look, man, I'm hungry.
I'm gonna make you
Going.
food.
Okay. Yeah, I should probably put this away. Yeah, he slides the plate as far away as he can.
And eventually, at the Hamon base. Now go to the right.
Yep. Okay. Alright.
Man, that was... You missed the entire fucking fight.
Daniela, do you know what jet lag is?
No.
Okay, so like when you go to a new place and like there's a different time zone, your natural like sleep rhythm is really messed up. Now imagine that, but instead of going between time zones, you were like burning all of your energy and then some, tapping into cosmic forces beyond your control, and I got cosmic jet lag.
Wow, Hamon really made you work in the past few days before the big fight with him, huh?
Well, that and also like, you know how I was like really fast?
Yeah?
Yeah, I can't do that anymore. So one more tally off of Bancho's pros and cons, but yep. So I guess like I don't know. It's weird.
You're weird.
Yeah, we're both weird.
No, I'm normal. You're just weird.
All right, Ligatita. All right.
Mm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Wait, have you ever noticed the new mural they put it in? I kind of just dragged you in here, so you probably didn't see it. Here. She grabs your hand and drags you.
I do not have control of my token.
Why do I? Why? All players. There we go. Fixed it.
Okay, cool.
You have legs.
Yep. Okay. I
And
now have legs.
She points, and above this Japanese entrance thing here, there is this knitted mural that someone did. And in this knitted mural, they're probably all along the walls, but this one here is the prettiest one and most well-detailed one. Probably the best knitter of this place did it. And it's an image of an adult Daniela in like a Tita costume, protecting a small kid that you easily recognize as Hamon as a child? I look so cool, look at me! My sword is bigger as well. I mean, we noticed that once I unlocked my stand, it kind of just started growing with me. Like a tree.
Well, doesn't exactly surprise me. You're growing up fast. I mean, like, past couple weeks, you've been training and doing all this stuff, and you're moving up, kid.
Yeah. By the way, have I apologized to you know David yet?
David.
Yeah, remember when Hamon was like, "Hey, you beat one of mine," and you kind of, you know.
Out of character, didn't he say his real name?
She points. She points to like, yeah, David.
Oh. I thought he was talking. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I thought he was talking about the kid in the sombrero, like the one who fought him, and like.
No.
By the way, I'm still kind of hazy. Who won that fight?
Which fight?
The one just now. I was out cold, and
oh, that was Hamon in the party.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, who won? Like,
He's like, oh, Hamon lost.
But who won?
Oh, Dion, John, and Steven.
Okay, yeah, I thought that John. Okay, that's the kid. I thought he was talking about John.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, John doesn't work for Hamon.
Yeah. But I guess at Dream Theater, if I'm understanding it right, Hamon works for John now?
Yeah.
And I work for Hamon.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be the most. God, if I have to go talk to him, it's gonna be the most awkward business intake meeting since I talked to Kenny.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure we can figure something else. And to be fair, you're only working for us because Hamon's still pissed at you. You're technically
Yeah, well,
you're not a real gangster. You're a dude wearing pink, which looks great on you, by the way.
thank you. All right.
Come
Well,
on,
if you would excuse me,
let's apologize
I
to
have to.
David.
Yeah. Well, let's go talk to David.
Yeah,
This is gonna be so
you
awkward.
really wrecked her.
I really don't remember.
Hi, David. You see David
Hey,
look at you like, oh. Hmm.
hey. So I'm Boncho. You've probably seen me around.
Yeah, you screamed your name and punched me in my face and knocked me out cold.
Okay. For one, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. That was me being completely out of control. I'm very sorry I hit you and knocked you out cold. That's my skill issue. He's kind of gritting his teeth. That's my skill issue.
Maybe you should pay me $100 if you're so sorry.
I'll give you my card and a free consultation.
I don't know what that is.
You ever get into legal trouble, you can talk to me. Look, I am a very well-respected member of the local bar. I'm authorized, certified, whatever. Look, suffice to say, you ever need legal defense, I can give that to you, and we can have a consultation for free. He hands over his business card for Rogers and Rogers Law Firm.
What's up behind you?
Behind me. Boncho looks behind him.
Bunch of roll bronze for me.
Oh no. Oh.
She kicks you in the nuts.
Alright, the golden eggs.
That's for my friends. And me. So we're good now.
Damn it. Oh.
Is it the
He is
elephant?
currently he is on the ground clutching his groin. Ah, God, why is everybody I know so violent?
Well, you did start beating up people, so it's bound to find beat up people, kind of.
He said
know?
everyone I know, myself included.
Yeah.
The irony is not lost on me.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I've heard that Robert is gonna be the next fight that Dion, John, and Steve are gonna fight. You know Robert?
Okay. I do not look. I talked with like the normie criminals. I didn't get involved with the gangs all that much.
Oh, Robert is stronger than Haman. And
Is
he's
that
like,
physically possible?
yes, and he's like 69 years old.
First off, nice. Second
Yeah,
off,
David
what
said
the
nice
hell?
to
Nice. Okay. So, what the? How are there so many monsters here? Like
Wow.
I thought I was pun definitely intended the top shit, but like nah, Haman could just punch me in the face. How could a 69-year-old man beat the guys who beat him who beat me? Like,
I heard it was in one attack as well. Didn't even struggle.
who?
Robert. Robert beat Haman in one attack.
What? No. Nah, there's got to be some tomfoolery going on there.
Oh no, Robert is just that good.
What do you people eat? Like,
I don't know.
Haman is like muscle
cereal?
mass. Yeah, okay, by the way, that's not even like, I do not know how Haman maintains his physique. There was like, what protein he eats is like natural veggies and
Breathe,
stuff.
right.
Like,
Remember, Haman Mortal. All that
yeah,
stuff.
but breathing doesn't give you protein. It defies common sense. It defies all known laws of
Well,
bodybuilding
Well,
and physics, maybe.
If he needs protein, he can just eat a burger or something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I guess. By the way, David, sorry, I've been kind of neglecting you. sincere apology, all that. He kind of does a little bow. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, okay. Very sorry about punching you and decking you in the face. Uh, what do you do around here?
Well, currently I'm guarding the place. I mean, so is Daniela and you. That's why we're spread
Yeah,
around, you know?
okay, guard duty too. All right. Well, David, it was a pleasure meeting you. I hope that we can work together soon. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Pleasure talking to you. Hmm.
So when are we going out to beat more bad guys?
Danielle, I talked to you about this. Beating up bad guys does not make you a superhero.
Yeah, but we could go after some real bad guys.
Okay, but if I was just beating up thugs and mooks, I do not feel confident that I could. After all that talk about Robert and like Haman and all that, I've taken a big. I thought that I was the top, the head of the. I thought that I was the head of the food pyramid. Now I'm realizing how small I am. If I go out there and I find someone who can like make my head explode by kicking me in the balls, like I'm not messing with that.
Well,
I'm
don't worry, I don't have balls, so just get in the way.
okay. You know what I mean. Like stand users are nonsense incarnate. I don't.
Oh, all of them
Even
make
if
a
I
little bit
did,
of sense.
yeah. But even yeah, I know. I got the lecture. But even if I did want to go beat up random thugs who probably will have no bearing on anything, what's the point? And there's more risk involved because for all I know, their boss could be a stand user. Like what?
Oh, we're gonna.
Bancho kind of sits down
Don't
in the
worry,
flower bed.
if we go
What is even the
together,
point?
we're always gonna be at an advantage, and then your stand can work.
I've been testing that actually. I've been doing some more testing, and I think I came to a good conclusion. The top works based on victory, but victory's like at this point, like Bancho is sitting down on the edge of the flower bed, like on the railing and whatnot. The top works when I'm winning, but what defines winning?
When a fight starts, we're gonna be on top because there's two of us, and there's one of the time. We're gonna pick one at a time, right? Like Batman.
Daniela,
Yeah.
I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I'm not at the top anymore.
No
And
one
I know
ever
that.
is.
Yeah, but my point here being, when I was testing at the top, like in my spare time over the past couple weeks, I tried beating up a training dummy, you know, like one of those that spins around and hits you back after you hit it, so you have to block it. Tried using one of those. Do you know what happened?
What?
It hit me in the face.
Oh, duh! You can't fight a dummy. That's training. You can't win against
Yes,
training.
but then I tried to hit it again, and it spun around and hit me in the chest. And then I hit it again, and I couldn't block that time. My point here, Daniela, is that no matter what I do, I'm not at the top anymore, and it's not even just a proven fact. It's I know that I'm not the top. I'm useless. He shrugs. So, if it's all the same to you, I think that maybe we should hold back on fighting bad guys.
Hmm. Maybe it's about if you think you're on the top. I mean, you were
What?
just all grand, think you're at the top of the world, and then people just knocked you down real fast. Of course, you feel like shit. Sorry, like crap.
Yeah.
Look,
He kind of grits his teeth.
maybe.
It hurts him to hear that.
Look, maybe we won't be beating up super bad guys. But I think with a little bit of time and making you as confident as I am, you can be on top. Not the top of the top, but a top real soon.
Yeah, I guess moping isn't gonna do much. Daniela, I'm gonna ask you something. A favor.
Hmm.
I I want you to punch me and give me like a shaka that red of Haman Mortal. Like not enough to kill me, but just punch me and shock me.
Can I use regular Hamon? Because Hamon Mortal usually really mess up with your cells.
Look, just okay. Like just punch me with whatever will hurt, but not.
Hiya! She punches you.
Oh, okay, wasn't expecting that.
Let me grab. Let me grab her roll because she's gonna roll for this.
Oh boy, Bancho's not going to oppose this.
Please roll 6. 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 Fuck.
Well, he's not
You see
opposing it, so it doesn't matter.
as the yellowy orange energy flows through her, she jumps higher than a normal kid can, and she decks you in the cheek.
Ooh. He recoils from the punch, but the shocking, brisk electricity flowing through him reinvigorates him.
And by the way, as the punch goes through, after you get reinvigorated, the energy itself heals your cheek.
All right. No more moping. No more of that nonsense. Let's go beat up Daniela. If I ever get down on myself and start being a moody little bastard, can you hit me like that again?
I'll hit you 100 times.
Thanks for the confidence. Now I think that there was like I heard that there were some Rylands going on over at the bar, like one of the bars downtown. Like some guys were apparently being problematic customers. That's gonna make things even more problematic, huh?
Yeah! Wait, I need to grab my where's my suit? David, where's my super suit? David! She starts walking off.
Bancho sticks around for a little bit by the flower bed.
Yeah, Pancho, you think to yourself that, hot damn, these fucking events are bizarre. Your life is so weird at this moment, but at the same time, it feels more alive than before. Sure, technically it would be better to have a stable income and just not have punched the person you were trying to save that paid you a bunch of money. But meeting Daniela, meeting Hamon, meeting all these people, it has been fun?
If I may.
Yeah,
If I may go off ever so slightly.
go on.
Bancho Rogers has lived most of his life in a malaise. It's been going to law school, getting his certification. And once he did, he ended up in a place where he needed to compromise. He needed to bend the law to exploit it. But even despite the danger of being with criminals and all that, it was still so boring. He knew he was just another cog in the machine. But then he thinks about it. He took a chance. He did some bad things, some really bad things, but if those bad things led to him being here, if those choices that he made, whether conscious or unconscious, brought him to this kind of life where he doesn't have to be at the top to be happy, then maybe being a little bit bold, a little bit brash, maybe that's the way Bancho should be.
And that's where we'll stop for today's session of Twisted Throne. The Punk and the Prodigy. What do you think, team?
Diamond, that was great. I love this. getting being able to play my boy again is great. Being able to play him as a sad mopey mess after he got his butt kicked by a sombrero wearing fuckboy is even better.
By the noodle boy.
He got, yeah. Bancho is look, Bancho was loud and abrasive, and I loved playing him like that. But ultimately, there's like a lot that's going on in his head now. He had a power trip. Now he's dealing with the repercussions of it. And now he's like helping teach a kid, not helping teach, but like he's being a babysitter and he's trapped in this debt to a well-known gang member, and he's all this stuff is going on, but he's still happier than he was doing legal stuff. And I think being able to see this mindset and explore it is absolutely amazing.
Yes. Say bye bye to YouTube. Bye bye.
Thank you for watching.
Fuck you!